Brows. Brows, they matter. They matter. So whether you like a bold brow or you like just want to fill yours in a little bit because you have some sparse, thin areas, I'm going to show you a great and kind of the most on-trend technique for doing brows right now. And you can do it based on whatever your preference is. Some people like pencils. Some people like to use a little brush with some shadows. There are plenty of options, and I do sometimes switch back and forth. So, but I'm out of my pencil right now, so I'm going to show you how I use shadow and a thin little brush like, well, like this to do my eyebrows. I'm using an eyebrow palette, which is cool because I have a dark and a light shade, and I'm going to use both of them in my eyebrows. So you can do just one whole shade, like one solid shade all the way across, or you can vary it so that you can get this kind of lighter in the center, darker in the outside thing, which is the most popular way to do brows right now. I'm using like a medium brown color. I'll show you what colors I'm putting in my, and I'm using a darker color like this and then a lighter color like that. So what you're going to do first is brush your brows. So you're going to brush them up, and I'm just going to use this. My liner has a spoolie on the end, and so I'm going to use this spoolie end to refocus my camera and just brush my brows up. Okay, I've already gone through and tweezed a little bit. And then I'm just going to take a little bitty brush, a little brow, like liner brush, and dip it in the darker. I kind of go back and forth between the dark and the light color because I want it to be in between them. I'm just going to look in this mirror here while I do it. And then you're just going to follow the line of your eyebrow. So first things first, you need to know where your eyebrow is supposed to begin and end. And you can do that really easily by taking a brush or a pencil or whatever and go from either the tip of your nose or the nostril, or you can go to the corner of your eye, but I like to go about right here. One cool thing is the closer in you do your eyebrows, the thinner it makes your nose look, and I like to make my nose look thin. Okay. So go like this. That's about where your eyebrow should start. And then go across your pupil, from the tip of your nose across your pupil. That's where your arch should be if you're going to have an arch. And then it should end corner of your eye, tip of the nose, corner of the eye. That's about where it should, hold on, let me line that up better. That's about where it should end, okay? And so I have done that on this side, and I've done it here, and boom. So I'm going to show you how to do it. So you got your eyebrows brushed up, you got some product on your brush, and you're just going to line the bottom of your brow. And you don't have to make them dark. I mean, I could very easily get away with using just the lighter shade, like the lighter kind of it's just a really light brown. So I could use that too, but it's just whatever your preference is. And my roots are kind of like darker, so I just use the darker. I think it looks fine. And then, oh wait, so you're gonna bring your line all the way out to about where you saw it should end, approximately. Then take your little spoolie and brush your brows back down so that you can see that top line very clearly. And you're going to outline the top. Now I stop. I don't go all the way in on the top because I want to have a more natural kind of feathered look right there. Not like that horrible brow trend that was going around last year, the feathered brow. That's not what that is not what we're doing. But I do like for it to have like hair-like thin kind of appearance right there in the inner corner because I think it looks more natural. Okay, so I'm just going to go along the top line, okay, and then I'm filling it in as I go. Okay, so there is that. Now I'm only going to pick up a lighter color. And again, you can do it with the darker color too. You just have to be really, really light-handed with it. And I'm just going to kind of go up the way that those hairs naturally grow. They grow up. So I'm just going to go up with it like this. Okay, I'm going to kind of fix this side because I feel like I could have come in a little bit further to get the effect that I wanted. Okay, and then you just take your little spoolie or your little brow brush. You can also use one of these little brow comb things, and you can do that too. And you just want to kind of brush through so that you don't have any harsh lines. One cool thing that I learned about is a brow wax, and I use one. My little palette has one, but you can, I'm sure you can get them anywhere. And I like to go through with the little brow wax and just kind of go through, just dab it and put a little bit through here. You can also use a brow gel. I used to have one of those that I loved. And I like it because, first of all, it keeps your hairs like tamed and doing what they're supposed to do and not wigging out all over your forehead and looking like they're flying in the breeze. But it also accentuates the hairs. Like you can see the brow hairs more when you do this with the little wax. So then it looks a little bit more natural and you don't just look like powder brows. You can actually see the hairs. So that is how I do my brows. Now, if you want a really super clean edge underneath, I have in the past taken a little bit of concealer. I just put it on the back of my hand. And I just take like a straight edge brush. The brush that I'm using has two ends. So just get like one that's like a straight edge. And this video is going longer than I wanted it to, but whatever. And you can, there's my mirror. You can edge out the bottom of your brows. So this is kind of like a pro tip. If you want them to look really, really clean along the edge, take that concealer and edge them like you're edging the walls before you paint them, baby. Just take it and then drag it down. And then you can just blend it out. Look at that. Woo! Very nice. Very nice. Except I took a piece of my eyebrow off. Okay. Easily fixed. Boom. Okay? See, look, it really brightens it under there. Very nice. I gave myself like a brow lift. Look at that. The highlight is everything. Okay, so those are my tips. Those are my tips. Use a fine tip brush. Make it more feathered on the inside. You know now where to start them and where to end them. And using a little concealer under that brow is like giving yourself a little brow lift. It looks really good. Now I need to finish my face because I look crazy.